Hello everyone, I'm PrussianPrince with another Total War Warhammer 2 tournament match cast. I'm playing against h455566hh in a tournament. This is a best of 3. So this is gonna be, could be a 2-0, could be a 2-1, depending. But yeah, I'm playing as the Dark Elves against his lizardman over here. And before I forget, this is Rise of the Mortarchs Season 2 Qualifier 1 round. I believe it is round 2, let me check. Yes, this is round 2. So, let's get the show on the road. Okay, so, my Dark Elves here got Malekith on his dragon. Then we also have Soul Stealer, Noxious Breath, of course. I mean, Noxious Breath, of course. That's because he's on the dragon. And Soul Stealer, which basically the one spell that you really need on Malekith. And that's about it. The others, not so much. And typically you don't bring them. Okay, so other than that, I have 3 Scourge Runner Chariots. In the back, I have 3 Blackguards of Nagarond. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units of Dread Spears and a unit of Reaper Bolt Throwers. And now, unfortunately for me, I kind of have to fight a little bit uphill here, but it is what it is. As for the Lizard Men, we see... what do we see here? I'm not sure. Okay, so we have Tic-Tac-Toe. Okay. Flying Tic-Tac-Toe, of course. With Master of the Skies, drop Sphere of Tepok. Okay, fair enough. Focus Instincts. Okay, Mask of Heavens, which is an item which actually gives quite a buff for flying units. Other than that, we do see a Skin Priest of Heavens also flying. With Wind Blast, Harmonic Convergence, Drop Rocks, of course, that's what he has, and of course the Cold-Blooded and Roiling Skies. And we have a lot of Ripperdactyl Riders. That is 3 Ripperdactyl Riders. So that is a huge flying contingent for the Lizardmen here. Other than that, we see, in terms of Cav, 2 Feral Cold ones over here. Oh, actually, no, one's a Feral Cold one, one's a Horned one. On the left, a Feral Cold one and a Horned one unit. Finally, for the infantry contingent, we have, looks like, 4 Red Crested Skinks and a Skink cohort. Now let's get the show on the road and see what we can do here. I'm gonna hit play, not pause, play. And as you can see, the battle is really starting pretty hard here. We're getting some good shots here with Scourge Runners into the side of these Red Crested Skinks. Not killing models, interestingly enough, until now. And I've got my Bolt Throwers here targeting down the Cav, because I feel like that's going to be annoying, but maybe I should target the Ripperdactyls. Because Ripperdactyls are pretty big targets themselves, but you know, I'm like, not sure. And here I'm definitely wasting shots with Scourge Runners. Scourge Runners should be here, these ones, like these ones. And I should really be targeting the Ripperdactyls. So here I get the Scourge Runners in to annoy these Red Crested Skinks. Get them out. They keep shooting, but they're wasting shots at these units here. Now, they're kind of going to be hitting more here, but still, oh, this is a huge misplay with the Reaper Bolt Throwers here. Not shooting what they should be. And I also forget to send in the Blackguard of Nagaron here. I leave a gap, which isn't good. Malekith here with a nice breath onto the Red Crested Skink, but now Malekith has exposed himself by going into that, which is a pretty bad situation for Malekith. But I'm gonna be able to pop a nice little Soul Stealer here on like all these units, so that is really gonna heal up Malekith pretty well here. And of course, a good thing to do when you're outmatched in the air is bring the fight to the ground, and now that's what Malekith is doing. He's down here, he's getting support from some Blackguards, so that's really good for him. Should be a good engagement. Now here I do end up getting routed. I'm gonna have to pull back these Red Spears here, which I've left over there for too long.
Horned one's coming in, and this is great for the lizards. They're getting in here.
I actually miss micro Ds quite heavily, but I do end up sending them back. Dread Spears coming in here, they're going to be able to do quite well here. These horned ones are not going to do so well. Now again, Malekith is in quite the tough position here, so he's going to have to disengage. I have to prepare another Soul Stealer, but again, I've got more infantry coming around. Malekith is off. Tic-Tac-Toe is still on the field, but he's taking some damage. More black cards coming in, and they're able to do so much against the horde ones. And once again, I'm preparing to engage somewhere so Malekith doesn't get caught, but at this point, I'm like, yeah, where do I go? And I actually just barely make it through there. And again, another Soul Stealer will be popped. Which does actually hit a lot of units once more, and that's really going to do damage to these Ripperdactyls. So here, this is a good situation for Malekith. Again, he's going to go off, as he is doing a great job. Lots of units routing. At this point, Tic-Tac-Toe is basically surrounded here by Blackguards of Nagaron and Dread Spears, so he's not going to like the situation. Of course, that is going to be game, so let's take a look at the stats and see how units did here, because obviously, I mean, Scourge Runners actually paid for themselves quite nicely here. Considering how quick the game was, Blackguards of Nagaron obviously doing really well. Dread Spears, I mean, didn't have to do too much. Malekith, so much value for Malekith here. This is insane. Bolt Throwers didn't really pay for themselves, but one Bolt Thrower is okay, I guess. Tic-Tac-Toe, paying for himself. King Priest, yeah, these didn't really pay for themselves. None of these infantry units. Real cold ones, Ripperdactyls, nothing really. No unit on the Lizardman roster paid for itself here, so, but yeah. Now, in this best of 3, I have a 1-0 advantage, so I'm on match point. Let's take a look at game 2 to see how this match progresses. So here we are in game 2 on Island Sand Desert. Here I'm playing as the Greenskins up against the H4's Dwarfs. And I'm not gonna say his complete name because obviously that's gonna be... It's too long, too complicated for me. Sorry. I'm just gonna call him H4 for the rest of the series. So, what do I have here as the Greenskins? Well, I have Grom the Paunch, of course, with Lucky Bana, the Great Un is here, Language of the Boys, Giant River Troll Hag, we got Mither, Spirit Leech, and of course that's about it. So that's it for single entities on my side. As for other units, well, you can see I have some Skirmish Cav, but there's only one Skirmish Cav actually, and it's the Mogrim's Mangy Marauders, the ROR Goblin Wolf Archer unit. I do have, in terms of other Cav-like units, I guess, I have these pigs, so 3 Night Goblin Squig Hoppas on field. For infantry, we do see 2 Night Goblins up front, supporting 2 Black Orcs over here. And of course the 8-Beak Loonies over here, which is a cool unit. And I do have some archers still, interestingly enough, so yes, 3 Goblin Archers. Last but not least, I do have 3 pieces of artillery, so I have 2 Goblin Rock Lobbers and a unit of ROR Goblin Rock Lobbers, actually. This is the Hammer of Gorg, and these are all gonna do quite the work onto the dwarf units. So let's hit play and see how this turns out. So at this point, yeah, Grom's moving forward as he should. Yeah, look at these arty shots are doing great here. Because this is actually Ironbreaker unit that's very expensive, so the more it gets shot, the better. Now making sure I target, like, you want to target different units with artillery so they don't, you know, overshoot one unit and waste damage. Here, oh, that actually hit slightly, I guess, but Grom the Paunch here is already starting to do work here, as you can see. Doesn't have much damage value, but he's definitely annoying dwarf lines here. I do end up getting hit here with my Night Goblins. That's a pretty bad move. Those miners actually hit me there. I'm pulling back the Black Orcs because I don't want to engage yet. I want to make sure that Grom is still doing work here, and he's getting more and more damage value. He's getting shot at by the Rangers, which is good because that's allowing my units to do more damage. I'm surrounding these miners. I'm hitting them actually, which is Probably not a great idea. I should be switching to like Rangers or something at this point. But yeah, ooh, the Black Orcs actually did get hit here and by more miners, so that's not good. Even these Norglim Ironbreakers didn't work. I'm sending the Patrol Hag forward. Wait a second. Did I not go over the Dwarf Army? I didn't, so let's go over it quickly. 5 Rangers, of course. Yeah, before it goes to ham. We did have some miners with blasting charges, which are going down. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them actually. And then we have Norglim Ironbreakers. Wait, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 miners with blasting charges. 2 Ironbreakers. Yeah, and of course another one with the Norglim Ironbreakers. We have Felix on the field. Getting Spirit Leeched. He has Karagul and Helping Hand. We do see a Thane unit, interestingly enough. And last but not least, Grombendel, the White Dwarf Flash Bomb. Grombendel has no fear, that sort of stuff. So, yeah, that's the Dwarf Army. Sorry I had to stop it like that, but there you go. I totally blacked out on the Dwarf Army. Alright, so we're still getting some shots in here. Giant River Troll Hag is trying to take out Felix here. I'm gonna be sending in... Yeah, the Black Orc support here is gonna go great. I have to start doing more damage with Grom the Paunch though. I have my Night Goblin Squig Hoppers chasing off those miners. And Night Goblin Squig Hoppers here are great actually. Grom the Paunch is taking damage, but again he heals, and the more damage, you know, Rangers put on him without killing him, that's good for me because he's just distracting the enemy, and that's great. So now here, Night Goblin Squig Hoppers, I've got them coming in from this side. This we've already taken care of 1 Ranger. More of them coming in here to annoy these Rangers. Black Orcs coming through to hit the Ironbreakers. This is not the greatest engagement here. I mean, the Goblin Archers might eventually... Let's see. Not much ammo on these, but it's still definitely going to be annoying. The Paunch is alive. Black Orcs here are going to go down. So that's a bad thing. But a lot of the Rangers are basically nullified at this point. So that's great. Black Orcs are still getting hit though, and that is not great. And again, Grom the Paunch going through here and doing a great job. Night Goblin Squig Hoppers. They're doing pretty amazing stuff here, and they're taking out more and more Rangers. Of course, these Black Orcs will be losing to Ironbreakers, but that's expected. There's a big blob fight here. And Grom the Paunch is getting hit quite heavily here. This is not good, but I've got more Night Goblin Squig Hoppers coming around. I actually messed up here and never used the 8-bit loonies here. I totally forgot about them. But that said, you know, the Night Goblin Squig Hoppers, they're doing just fine on their own. Again, another mistake for me here. Giant River Troll Hag is getting engaged here by the blob. Obviously, it's not going to be able to win that, but I do get a nice wop up finally. And here I've got more of my Night Goblin Squig Hoppers just chasing off these Rangers and dealing with them. Not really much of an issue here. And Grom the Paunch is going to keep healing here, so that's going to be good for him. Of course, the mistake here was pretty big, which is Giant River Troll Hag getting annihilated here. Even with the speed debuff, looks like Thane still couldn't really catch her. So that's good that she might come back here. I got Grom the Paunch coming around. This is again the 8-bit loonies here, and Grom the Paunch is going to do great work here. I'm targeting the Thane, which is a bad idea. I should be targeting Felix at this point. Thane also has sub-lock gems. But yeah, Grom the Paunch is moving forward, getting rid of those Rangers. Some Night Goblin Squig Hoppers. I'm going to start going into some of these infantry units. More archers on the field. Norgling Ironbreaker is going to go down. Looks like I'm targeting some random unit there. And I do have the Manger Marauders still. I really should be sending them here to take out the enemy single entities. From the Paunch still alive, in decent health, but he's reached his healing cap actually, so he's gotta be a little bit careful. I'm gonna start disengaging here with the Squigs. Of course, the artillery is doing so much work. I feel like, yeah, Felix is gone. Felix is gone, and of course the River Troll Hag is gonna try and finish the deal, I guess. Squig Hopper is doing great again, and this is really good for me because I have my artillery again. Yeah, basically 2 artillery pieces are in good shape, except this one here is actually has to keep disengaging because of the Iron Breakers. And more of my units coming back. Some Night Goblins here. That's Felix gone. There's of course still more units here. More of my Night Goblins, Quick Hoppers are going to be chasing these Rangers because I don't want any enemy missiles. Still more shooting into these Iron Breakers. More groups, Mangy Marauders, actually wasting shots into those Iron Breakers. They really shouldn't be. They have no ammo left. They could have used that ammo onto the enemy single entities. That's a nice Spirit Leech from the Troll Hag. But again, dwarves have magic resistance, so yeah, 25% basically is what they have in from. They have the same. Okay. But at this point, yeah, Mage Marauder is just gonna chase off these Iron Breakers. Clearly still being chased from the Punch is healing, which is great. And the balance of power is now firmly in my favor. 8-bit Clooney is still going around, but this game is pretty close-ish at this point. So I have to keep disengaging with the River Troll Hag. Got my arty shooting, fulfilling the attacking role, and of course I'm gonna deal with these Iron Breakers here, so they're gonna go down and they might actually rout, which would be a first, but yeah, it looks like didn't wait until the end, and he conceded. So let's take a look at the statistics. So what I have here is Grom didn't really pay for himself. The River Troll Hag did alright-ish. Night Goblins not much. 8-bit Cloonies. Black Orcs didn't pay for themselves. One Goblin Archer did really well. Of course, what really won me the game here though, it's these 9 Goblins Quick Hoppers. Look at each of them doing so well. And Mogrim's Mange Marauders do some damage. Rock Lobbers, yeah, also getting some nice value. And for H. Grombrindle, yeah, the Hero Blob couldn't do much because it was a Foot Blob, and the Foot Blob has to chase you. And, you know, by the end game, if you play your cards right, you don't have to deal with it. Now, Miners with Blasting Charges, definitely very annoying. Of course, the Iron Breakers were quite something to deal with. And Rangers as well, very, very annoying. But that is the game. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Follow me on social media. I'll see you all next time.